Hi everyone and welcome to the Toon review on what was yet another defeat for Newcastle yesterday at Huddersfield. Really disappointed in the result, to be fair. I expected us to go down there and put up a bit more of a fight than we actually did. Coming away with a 1-0 defeat was a little disappointing, given that Huddersfield have just come up as well. Their first Premier League game of the season at home for something like 48 years in the top division it was always going to be a tall order, yes, but the players that I felt we had on that pitch yesterday could have done a job. But maybe the realisation is sinking in that we haven't got the best of squads going forward, and some things need to happen in this transfer window. The first half was pretty stale, to be honest. I didn't really feel much from either team. A couple of near misses here and there. One thing that I was worried about early doors was Robbie Elliott's kicking. Now I know Carl Darlow had a problem with his kicking last season, which was pretty poor. I noticed especially on at home games, it was going straight out of play and things like that. But Robbie's kicking yesterday was pretty poor. Now I've seen a lot of people come on Twitter saying, we desperately need a keeper, etc. But I don't think we do. I think obviously Robbie Elliott will know where he needs to improve, and hopefully the coaching staff will need to see that as well. And it's something that Robbie can work on in training. I'm personally happy with Robbie Elliott in goal. Maybe down the line we are probably going to need an experienced keeper that comes in. But for now, I don't think that's our number one priority. The second half yesterday, we conceded the goal. Moyet was who, let's face it, it was a lovely goal. If we'd have scored that, we'd have been shouting from the rooftops. Nice little 1-2 on the edge of the box, and he curled it round Robbie Elliott into the back of the net. But to be fair, I think we had the better chances and should have come away with something in that game. I think we were, the opportunities that fell to certain players, if we'd had a bit more edge about us, I think we might have scored a goal or two yesterday. I think Perez, for all that's been said, I said a lot of stuff last season saying that Perez wasn't up to the task, and I didn't think that, he was going to move forward. In fact, he'd gone a long way backwards since he'd been at the club, and I haven't changed my opinion on that at all. I think he was, especially the one from 6 yards out, man, what was he doing? Blazing over from there when you're a professional footballer and your Premiership standard, or led to believe your Premiership standard, from 6 yards out from there, you've got to put it in the back of the net. We aren't going to get a lot of chances this season, and I think that's what we need to realise. We're not going to get chances, and it was by hook or by crook, we've got to score these opportunities that we're getting. Joselu came on, had a couple of chances. I think he's going to do all right. I like the looks of him. I think once he's settled into the team and he's been here a while, I'm certainly willing to give him a chance. But, we just lack the killer edge. I think Ritchie at number 10 for me is where he needs to play. I don't think he's got the pace on the wing. I think he prefers to be in the middle, and he's got a tremendous shot on him. He's got an eye for a pass. I'd rather see Murphy and Atsu on the wings. Now, I put that on Twitter last night, and some people have agreed with me. Some people haven't, but that's, again, just my opinion. But Murphy looked very sharp when he came on, and I think the lad deserves an opportunity. Now, whether he'll get that in the cup game this week, it'll be interesting to see. But I would certainly try Atsu on the left, Murphy on the right, Ritchie at number 10, and either Gale or Mitrovic or Joselu, whoever it's going to be, as the central striker. Rafa's not going to play two up front. We know that. He's not going to do it. We've said many, many times before, we'd like to maybe see a 4-4-2 going forward. He isn't going to do that, guys. Let's face it. He's not going to do it. He's very much set in his ways, set in his approach to the game, set in his tactics, set in his formation. And that's what he wants. So we have to go with it. But we can suggest, certainly from our point of view on YouTube, on Twitter, on Facebook, wherever it may be, what our best side is. We can second guess Rafa all we want. But to be honest, you can never second guess Rafa, can you? So, but for me, I think we'd look a lot more stable with the two out-and-out wingers. Ritchie is number 10 and a proper striker up front. In the middle, I thought Isaac Hayden did all right yesterday. Marino had a difficult start to the game. I think the pace caught him out a little bit, but he settled into it. And I really do like the looks of Marino. I think he's got a good tackle on him. He's got an eye for a pass, and he's a workhorse, and he's a talker. And I think that's what we need. Now, they said on commentary yesterday that Rafa set Marino a challenge to knock Shelvey out of the team. I don't really see that. I don't see both Marino and Shelvey being out of the team. I think when they're both fit, we have to try and accommodate them both in the team. So whether that means moving to a 3-5-1-1 or whatever it may be, I'd certainly give that a go. I've looked at the 3-5-1-1. You know, Atsu can certainly do a job as left wing back, and Murphy could probably do a job as right wing back. They've both got the pace to get back and up, certainly up and down the pitch. You know, they've got the pace there. So whether they can do that or not, only time will tell. But I would certainly try and accommodate them both with Hayden as well. But we'll have to see what Rafa does in the future. But, you know, the chances, the opportunities that came along and came and went yesterday, it was disappointing. You know, the 90 minutes were up and I came away disappointed. And I think a lot of Newcastle fans did. You know, but there was a couple in the crowd who decided to, you know, stick their fingers up at the team at the end of the game and things like that. I can't understand that. And that's something else I wanted to mention. You know, I was reading through Twitter coming home last night and just, I couldn't believe some of the comments I was seeing. Rafa out. You know, Marino, absolute dog shite. He's not going to make it. You know, Gale is absolutely appalling. Come on, if you're proper Newcastle fans, do you really want to make an opinion of us after 2 games? It's absolute disgusting, some of the stuff, man. 2 games are gone. Yes, we've lost them both. We lost them both last season. We turned it around. Now, I'm not saying everything's going to be rosy in the garden and we're going to beat West Ham on Saturday and things are going to improve. Because I am worried. I am worried that we don't have the depth in the squad, the skill in the squad and what we need in the squad to stay up. But I'm not giving up on the team. And I'm not giving up on Rafa. You know, to put comments like that down on social media, you need your head shaken. Yes, be disappointed. Yes, be annoyed that we've been beaten. Yes, be upset with certain players because certain players should have pulled the finger out a bit more. But please, Rafa out. I mean, I've just retweeted something on Twitter about an hour ago from TalkSport Drive with our good friend Mr. Adrian Durham, who has turned around and said that, you know, what has Rafa actually done since he's been at the team? What result has he got? Has his tactics, has his, you know, all of this paid off? Apart from the one result, beating Tottenham 5-1, what else has he done? Really? I mean, come on. Are we all going to jump on that bandwagon after 2 games? You know, agreeing with people like Adrian Durham? You know, all the media want to do is see Rafa walk. That's all they want. That's all they've wanted all summer, all last season, all the summer before that. All they want is Rafa to walk so they can say, yes, I told you so. Well, bullshit to them is what I say. You know, I'm going to be standing by the team 100%. Whether we finish bottom of the league this season or what. A lot of Newcastle fans will understand what I'm saying here. We bleed black and white blood, right? So it doesn't matter whether we're bottom, we're top, we're middle, we will always stand by the team. Newcastle United will be here a long time after Mr. Ashley, a long time after Rafa, and a long time after a lot of us have gone. You know, so we are born and bred Newcastle United fans. For people to put stuff on Twitter like that, you're not fans, you're glory hunters. If you're asking for Rafa to be just to be sacked and half the players just swearing at them and saying they're shite and all of this, what kind of supporter are you? You know, come on, let's get behind the team. It's 2 games into the season. There's a long, long way to go yet. The transfer window hasn't closed. We're still in there. You know, if we get a good, you can guarantee if we get a good result against West Ham on Saturday, all these people that have been slating the team on Facebook and Twitter and stuff like that, they'll come out and say, oh, we're going to finish mid-table, what a fantastic result, such and such was brilliant, Rafa's a genius. You know, they change their opinion of the club as much as I change my underpants, and that is quite regularly, guys. So, come on, be reasonable here. I'm disappointed. A lot of Newcastle fans were disappointed yesterday, but let's not jump on this media bandwagon, eh? Let's get behind the team. You know, let's go to the Cup game in midweek. Let's go to the West Ham game on Saturday. Get right behind them. If somebody makes a mistake, fair enough, but just back them. If there's anything to be said, say it after the 90 minutes in a constructive way. Not all this bullshit that we've seen on Twitter and Facebook and stuff like that over the last couple of days, because it's pathetic, man. So anyway, that's all I want to say about the game. You know, I am disappointed, but at the end of the day, I'm not going to give up on my team. And I don't think anybody else should for that matter. So, If you've enjoyed this video, do hit the like button. If you've got a comment to make on it, do comment underneath, because I am interested to see what the rest of the Newcastle fans have got to say, whether they agree with me little rant or not about some of the fans' opinions so early on in the season. But it'll be interesting to read your comments, and obviously I will reply. If you want to hit me up on Twitter, it's at the Toon Review. I've got an Instagram account as well, which is the Toon Review. And I will be doing another video on the game against Nottingham Forest in midweek for the Cup, and later on in the week I will be doing my thoughts of the summer. I was sort of deciding whether to hang on till next week, till the end of the transfer window. That still might be the case. I might do the summing up of the summer once the transfer window is closed, which might be a better idea considering we dream of signing somebody before the end of the transfer window. You never know. Andy Carroll's been linked again, so there's a new story for everyone, isn't it? But so I might do that next week, but it'll be the back end of this week, or certainly next week after the transfer window closes. But come on, let's get to St James's Park this week for the 2 games. Let's get behind the team. Let's get a few goals, a couple of wins, get the confidence back, and let's see where we go from there. But in the meantime, thank you for watching the Toon Review. Do hit the subscribe button. It means the world to me. Thanks very much for watching. Take care.